Having 5 kids, we have many birthdays to celebrate. And of course, they all want a different theme, so I coordinate cake toppers to match. I wanted to share with you some simple techniques to making them successful. Let's get started.
Please subscribe and ring the bell.
Today I'm going to be showing you how to make custom cake toppers using the new offset feature in Cricut Design Space. So the first thing we're going to do is the text, and I'm going to customize the name first, and I'm going to use the name Emily. I'm also going to use the font Before Christmas. I personally prefer this font because it is a more chunky font, and it's also a script font where I can get it connected. So I'm going to do the name Emily, and then I'm going to go up here to letter spacing, and I'm going to just decrease the letter spacing until it is all connected there. And then I'm going to go up here and just change the color. And then once it's highlighted, you go up here to offset. And then it has these sliding tools here and the different tools down here. So what I'm going to do is just, you can see down here, it already has an outline. So then you just adjust the dial based on how much you want. Because I'm making a cake topper, I want it to actually be a fair amount outside of it. So I'm going to do about this and then hit apply. And you can see here that it's black. If you want to change the color, you certainly can. You just click on this one. And for this tutorial, I'm going to actually make it gold. Okay. For cake toppers, if you want them two-sided where they look nice for both front and back, what you do is you go over here, so you click on Emily. First you want to weld, and then you want to click on it and hit duplicate, and then you go up here to flip and say flip horizontal, and that's going to mirror this. And then you do the same thing for the offset. You duplicate and flip, and that is going to be the front and the back, and then it will look nice on whatever side of the cake that it is being you look at. So now the next thing I'm going to do is the age. So I'm going to do the number 5 here, and I'm going to just go through and just try to find, yeah, I like this 5 here, and I'm going to make it pink. And then you do the same thing. You go up here to offset, and just so you're aware, offset is available on computers. I do not believe it's available yet on iPads or phones at this time. I'm assuming they probably would make that available at some point soon, but right now you have to be on a computer, from my understanding. And then again, you just slide the tool, and then I'm going to make the background gold again. Then you go again over here. You want to make sure the sizing is correct before you duplicate and flip for both the offset and, oops, duplicate and then flip. And you'll understand a little bit more if you're confused when I go to glue these as to why I'm mirroring them. We also are going to do little donut headband. Okay, so now I'm going to go to upload image and go to browse, and I have these donuts here. And so I'm going to do the ones without the sprinkles. So I'm going to click on this one, hit complex, and actually I'm just going to keep the first one like this, hit continue, and upload. And then I'm going to do the icing part. So you do the same part. I go back to my donut hole, and this time hit complex. I'm just going to erase the light tan part, so it's just the icing, and hit upload. I'm going to just do all of these at the same time, and then I'll pull them into Design Space. And then I wanted to do one with a bite out of it. So do the same thing. I'm going to click on this one, erase everything but the icing first. And again, make sure you click cut image, not print and cut, if you plan on cutting them out. And then the last one again, you just keep it with everything like this and hit upload. Okay, so now I'm going to take these 4 and hit insert image, and it makes them very big, so let me zoom out of here. I'm going to go up here and size these down. Okay, so they're all stacked on top of each other. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to color them. So I'm going to make a little headband for my daughter's birthday, and I'm going to make one purple and one pink. She wants a donut themed birthday. So I'm going to make these brown. Okay, so now all you do, as you can see, this is for the icing, and then this one, send it to back. Okay, so we have the beginnings of the headband. So now I'm going to move the icing for a minute or two. Alright, so for this circle, what you do is you duplicate both of them, or all of these, you're going to make duplicates. I'm going to line these up on the edge so then I can have them sized correctly. And then with this one, you duplicate it, and this one you need to flip it to make sure that it's a mirror image of it. Okay, and then this one you can see that the bite out of the icing is towards the bottom. So then you do the same thing, you take this one, duplicate, and then this one I'm flipping vertically to match up here, and do the same thing here. With that icing it doesn't matter. And go here. So again, I'm going to move the icing out of the way until I'm done getting the connectors for the donuts. So then I go to my shapes and I get a square. I unlock it and pull it into here. And then depending on how big your headband is how big you would make your connector. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to duplicate it and bring it over here. And then I'm going to weld these individually. So this one's going to be welded, and then this one is going to, okay, and then that one's going to be welded. Okay, I'm going to send these to the back because I'm also going to have some writing on mine. I'm only going to do the front side since this is going to be a headband. So send to back here. Okay, for Cricut, it will write pretty much any font with the pen. But if you've noticed that majority of the time when you go to write, I'm going to do Emily is 5. Oops. Emily is 5. And when you go to make most fonts, you have it here, and then you go to pen, you can see that it does a whole outline. So if you want it to be a very simple lined font only without the bubble letters, there's several fonts that work. They are, I can list them in the description below. My favorite is actually Bacon Buffet, which I believe I found on 1001 fonts. And this one you can see, even when you zoom in, when it is on pen, it actually writes very well, and it's just a single line. Make it a little bit smaller. Okay, so I'm going to put this here, and then I'm going to actually use the curve, and I'm going to resize to make this fit around my donut on the icing. And the important thing here is when you have multiple things like this, when you're cutting, you want to make sure that you attach the writing, and you also want to make sure that your setting is on pen, and then move this one. So once you have your curve the way you want it here, I'm going to decrease the curve just a tiny bit. Okay, then you want to highlight this one and you want to hit attach. And this is going to make sure it will write before it cuts it out. And then I'm going to just move this here just so you can kind of see what it'll look like. Okay, and then I'm going to do this one, and it's going to say do not, go to text, donut grow up. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing here, make it a little bit bigger. Go to draw and click on this. Okay, there we go. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, and then I'm going to do the same thing for the curve. Resize, bring it up here, size it. Okay, and then I'm going to make sure that the writing is on basic cut, so I want to make sure that that is on pen. Highlight the to and attach. And there we go. So now we are ready to print. And just make sure you have the colors coordinated the way you want, and again that all of them are mirrored for your cake toppers. And then for the headbands, I'll show you how to put these together, and then we're ready to go.
If you love my mommy's video, give her a thumbs up.